New York Giants have announced that they are starting rookie quarterback Jackson Dart this weekend. The Giants are off to a rough start. Russell Wilson's looked good in spots, and then he's had some very difficult stretches within games where he's actually played pretty well. I don't think this is any surprise to anyone. I think many people thought, hey, if the Giants were going to do this, they should have started the season with Jackson Dart because we all kind of felt like this was inevitable. But I think this is a good time to take a step back and evaluate Russell Wilson's career in total. The man actually, and this will sound somewhat crazy right now, he had a Hall of Fame NFL career. But it has been totally tarnished and destroyed by Black Twitter. Black Twitter, many people will say, oh, it's the Legion of Boom, that defense in Seattle that had a problem with Russell Wilson, that's the real problem with Russell Wilson. He couldn't connect with his black teammates. They called him Russell Weirdo. He had a weird personality. He was different. And I say, no. Even his Legion of Boom teammates, even if they were unfair to him, and they were, it's because of Black Twitter. It's because of this social media influence and this thing that they invented, Black Twitter, to control the mentality and the identity of black people. Black Twitter destroyed Russell Wilson. And it started basically on draft day for Russell Wilson. 15 years ago, on draft day, that picture of Russell Wilson and that video of Russell Wilson's then wife or fiance, I think it was his wife then, but fiance, them celebrating him getting drafted. And that image of her with her mouth wide open and teeth and just that image, that meme all over Black Twitter, Russell Wilson, white wife, white girlfriend, celebrating. They use that to ridicule this man from the very beginning of his career. And first 9 years of Russell Wilson's success, there is no one that would not say that, man, super successful. Super successful. 9 straight years with a winning record every year. 9 straight years of making it to the playoffs. I believe they made it to the playoffs every year. But if you go look at the first, I think maybe in his first 10 years, he played in 10 Pro Bowls, had a couple of, I think, second team All-Pros. Russell Wilson was a Hall of Fame quarterback, well on his way. And then he leaves Seattle with his reputation tarnished and never being able to escape the belief, the narrative that he couldn't connect with his black teammates. And yes, Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor and some of these defensive players, the Legion of Boom, were tough on Russell Wilson. And then Marshawn Lynch, the running back, started chiming in and piling on. They all did it pandering to Black Twitter, in my opinion. And that's why I call Black Twitter the Legion of Doom. Black Twitter is the vehicle that controls what is and isn't acceptable for black athletes, black entertainers. And from draft day on, with the picture of him and his wife or fiance celebrating on the couch, they ridiculed this man. And even when he ends up divorcing the wife, or she divorces him, or they go their separate ways, and he remarries Ciara, someone from the culture, someone that's got a baby by a rapper. He marries her, makes an honest woman of her, seems to go all in with her and the kid she had by, is it Future? I think she's got the baby by, or Offset, Future, one of these rappers, Snoop Dogg, one of these rappers tapped her up and got her pregnant, and he's been raising that baby as his own. Russell Wilson has been the ideal husband, mentor, father, He's played the game. And he's, I hate to even call it a game, but he's done the right things, but he's never been able to repair his image. He's never been able to escape. He's not black enough. He's never been able to escape that he's Russell Weirdo. He's never been able to escape Black Twitter. And this is not to me saying Russell Wilson did everything appropriately and properly, but it speaks to the limited box that black athletes, black young people, black men, that they play in. Their behavior, what they can and cannot do, is gatekept at a level no one else's is. You're not trust me, there are some weird white quarterbacks. You don't hear about them. You don't hear conversations in detail about, hey, they're not white enough or they're too white. You don't hear, they're allowed to be themselves as long as they can play on the field, as long as they're an asset on the field. Well, for 9 or 10 straight years in Seattle, no one could argue that Russell Wilson wasn't a strong asset and valuable for Seattle. But he had to spend so much energy, so much emotional energy, fighting the label, not black enough, he's weird, his defensive teammates don't like him, don't respect him. His Marshawn Lynch, he was at some party, and let me translate all the criticism in reality as it relates to Russell Wilson. Man, he don't smoke enough weed with us. He don't come out and get drunk and hit the strip clubs with us. He don't say the N-word enough or the right way. He don't say nigga enough. That was the real criticism of Russell Wilson. Man, if he came out and partied with us and smoked weed and spoke this slang and denigrated himself by calling himself and others the N-word constantly, man, he'd be down. He would fit in more. Russell Wilson was never allowed that freedom. And I'm telling you, I'm not saying that everything that he did was appropriate. That there are things odd about his personality. But when someone's balling for you for a decade straight, when someone is that kind of an asset for you that many years straight, teams put up with it. Teammates put up with it. If you're white. If you're black, it becomes this albatross that jumps on your back and weighs you down and has you feeling conflicted, survivor's remorse, has you questioning your own identity. Am I black enough? Do I need to marry some R&B singer that has a baby by a rapper? Do I need to? Remember when he got the new contract and he and Ciara were laying in bed and, Russell Wilson put on his best Barry White voice and I can't even remember what he said, but it was something like, are you ready, Seattle? Or Seattle, here we come, or Seattle, we... I can't remember what it was, but it was Russell Wilson trying to act like he was... Why can't I think of Donnie Simpson's name? Or he used to host Soul Train. Don Cornelius, is that? But it was Russell Wilson trying to do the black effect, trying to satisfy black Twitter, trying to appease all the people that say he's not black enough. That's what eventually destroyed Russell Wilson. But this reminds me of Will Smith and Suge Knight. Suge Knight, who never rapped but was just kind of represented the persona of rap music and the brand of rap music. Far more respected than Will Smith, whose rap songs like Summertime and the rap songs that didn't do a lot of cursing, didn't promote gang violence. Will Smith was, starring in movies, Men in Black, getting $20 million a movie, doing music that you could play in front of your kids and your parents and your grandparents. But he was never black enough. And Suge Knight, someone like Suge Knight had more respect and was more revered and more celebrated than Will Smith as a rapper. And when we look back at Russell Wilson's career, I think at some point, if we're in our right minds, we will be amazed that Marshawn Lynch will be more respected than Russell Wilson. Marshawn Lynch, and I'm not going to apologize for it, it's factual, it's true, it's the way he wants to portray himself, it's the way he carries himself. Marshawn Lynch wants you to think that he's a thug, and he carries himself that way. And he speaks a style of English that's difficult to understand, and he looks high most of the time you see him. The entire league, the entire corporate media structure will be more comfortable with Marshawn Lynch than Russell Wilson. That's amazing. Everybody listening to the sound of my voice would much rather have Russell Wilson at their Thanksgiving dinner table than Marshawn Lynch, unless your Thanksgiving dinner table includes a big bag of weed and maybe a little ecstasy on the side. But everybody, hey, Russell Wilson's coming over for Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, Russell Wilson's dating my daughter. Hey, Russell Wilson's dating my auntie. Whatever. Oh, that's great. Awesome. He's going to treat your auntie or your daughter the way he's treated Ciara and her stray baby. That would be awesome. But yeah, most of America would rather sit around and get high and talk stupid with Marshawn Lynch. It's very sad.
If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.